Smash the like button for the legendary Hollywood Hogan. He made professional wrestling mainstream in the United States.
At least God can look back at my soul and say, I was defending and protecting Hollywood Hogan's legacy all the way up until his death. Oh yeah, by the way, your name will forever be Benjamin Shelton. I will never call you Shelton Benjamin ever again. Rest in peace to the great Hollywood Hogan, Terry Bollea. I can't believe this. I read this morning and I was about to make a video about why are websites saying that Hollywood Hogan has died. So because of that, I was about to make a video trashing these dumbass sites that were saying that Hollywood Hogan was dead. Like I said, I thought they were trolling. I was pissed off because I'm like, there's no way he's dead. I thought those were tabloid clickbait headlines, like they always do, just for clicks. Because I think it was last month, some dumbass said that Hollywood Hogan was dead. And guess what? He wasn't. That's when I said, you know what? F y'all. I'm about to make a video to bury you dumbasses. Stop saying that Hollywood Hogan is dead. So I had to check twice. I had to check multiple times to confirm that Hollywood Hogan is dead. And yes, TMZ did confirm it, that Hollywood Hogan has died. I think it was brain damage from surgery. But this death really hurts because without Hollywood Hogan, I wouldn't be on here. I wouldn't be a fan of fake pro wrestling if it wasn't for Hollywood Hogan. That's why I have nothing to say bad about Hollywood Hogan. Why? I can't. He made me a fan of this business. You wouldn't know who I am if it wasn't for Hollywood Hogan. He got me into this business. He birthed me as a fake pro wrestling fan. Without him, there is no me. I would have zero interest in fake pro wrestling if it wasn't for Hollywood Hogan. What part of that don't you understand? He made this sport mainstream. Literally, okay? He made this sport mainstream. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be a fan, okay? Shut the F up. Without him, there is no John Cena. There is no Ray Orton. There is no Stone Cold. There is no Rocky Maivia. There's nobody. Without him, there is no World Wrestling Federation. Without him, there is no World Wrestling Entertainment. He built this brand. You wouldn't be a fan. Okay, I bet you there's some dumbass that might say, well, John Cena got me into fake pro wrestling. Well, where did it start? Who got him into fake pro wrestling? Hollywood Hogan. Huh? Who influenced John Cena to turn heel? It was Hollywood Hogan, right? Rocky Maivia said John's heel turn was the best heel turn since Hollywood Hogan. He said it was the most impactful heel turn for a superstar since Hollywood Hogan. Because Hollywood, he's the standard. He's the standard for a top flight babyface to turn heel. He changed the business, man. Hollywood Hogan is an icon, legend. He made you a fan before you were born. Yes, he made you a fan before you were born. You can say all you want. Oh, the New Day, Orton, Batista, Brock, Cena, Shawn. Yes, you can say that. But Hollywood Hogan kept the boat afloat. He gave those guys a platform to be stars, to create fans. Without Hollywood Hogan, there is no Ruthless Aggression Era. There is no Monday Night Wars. There is no Attitude Era, right? The Attitude Era came about because the World Wrestling Federation, they were getting their ass whooped by Hollywood Hogan and WCW. The moment that man turned heel, my God, the World Wrestling Federation, they were dead. They were about to die, really. Yes, that heel turn changed everything. Vince McMahon, they had to step up their game. Eric Bischoff, His podcast is called 83 Weeks. What that means is they beat the World Wrestling Federation for 83 weeks when it came to TV ratings. Who was a part of that? Who was the main focus of that stat? Hollywood Hogan was the main focus of that stat. He built the business. He made you a fan. It don't matter if you were not a fan of Hollywood Hogan. It don't matter. He made you a fan. What I mean by that is, like I said, bro, without John, without Hollywood Hogan, bro, there is no wrestling, really. There was no need to push Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? There was no need at that time, but they had no choice. They had no choice but to push Stone Cold Steve Austin because the World Wrestling Federation, they were getting their ass whooped by Nitro every fucking Monday. So they had no choice, really. It was all Hollywood Hogan to combat Hollywood Hogan's rise. The NWO ran this business. They brought back casuals. Hollywood Hogan, he brought back casuals that were done with fake pro wrestling. You can ask any old head, did Hollywood Hogan's heel turn bring you back to fake pro wrestling? They will say yes. Hell yeah. Now, let's talk about, Hollywood Hogan, he's racist. Nigga, no, he's not racist, bruh. He teamed up with Mr. T, a dark black man. He teamed up with Dennis Rodman, a black man. He brought Dennis Rodman into fake pro wrestling and Mr. T. So, give me more facts and evidence. Look here, man. We all have times of mental weakness behind closed doors. That tape was not meant to go out. Look here, bro. I've said a lot of worse shit behind closed doors that were not caught on tape. That's why I forgave Hollywood Hogan. Because I'm not perfect. You ain't perfect, bitch. How are you perfect? You trolling incels. You an incel. So, how are you perfect when you are an incel and a troll with no life? You have no life, right? Here's what I mean by you have no fucking life. Okay, he's dead. How does that make your life better as a black man? I'm talking to all the stupid pro-blacks, the pro-blackies. He's dead. Okay, does his death help you get more pussy? Does it? Does his death make you more money? Does it? Does his death get you more dates? Does it? That's my point. What does his death have to do with your life? Hogan was a father, a son. He was a pro wrestler last. Nigga, he was a father, man. That was somebody's father. That's all I'm saying. You incels. Yes, that's incel behavior. Why would you celebrate the death of a man you don't know? A man you never met? Let me talk to you. There is a lot of black people who have met Hollywood Hogan in person for autograph signings. They tell me he's the nicest guy in the world. So what the fuck does that tell you? Like I said, bitch, I said way worse shit behind closed doors that, you know what, I don't mean, but I was angry. We all say crazy shit in anger. I'm like, bro, you don't know what type of crazy ass shit that I say behind closed doors that you will never find out about. I'm not perfect, man. You ain't perfect. Hell, you are an incel. Why would you celebrate the death of a nigga you don't know? You're a loser. You're a fucking loser. Get a life. Really. Get a life. This is a fake sport. Hulk Hogan, that's not his real name. That's a stage name. Hollywood Hogan is a stage name. That's not his birth name. He was a fake pro wrestler. He was a father, husband, son first. He was a staged wrestler last. That was not his life. Why would his death change your life, right? Why would you celebrate the death of a nigga you don't know. That's really mental. That's insane mental shit. Now, I've always defended Hollywood Hogan, man. I've got multiple videos, man, defending Hollywood Hogan. As long as God knows that I rode for Hollywood Hogan until his death, that's all that matters, man. I don't care about any of you niggas, man. I don't care about any of you people. As long as God knows that I defended Hollywood Hogan's legacy, that's all that matters. Listen, that man was in pain. This is how I view it. God will find a new home for you if he feels like your life is in pain. That's how I view Hollywood Hogan's death. That man was in pain every day. That's how I view it. God will find a new home for you if he feels like your life is in pain every day. That man lived a great life. It's like, bruh, that man has been involved with multiple black people. What about Tiny Liston? What about Debo? Debo. What about No Holds Barred? Hollywood Hogan did a movie with Debo. No Holds Barred. So I'm like, how can you call this man a racist, man? You people are more racist than him. That's the crazy part. You fans of fake pro wrestling, most of y'all are more racist than him. I should know, I'm black. The fuck? You don't realize what kind of comments I get from you trolls and incels. You are more racist than him. The same people that are fucking celebrating this man's death are more racist than him. That's the irony. It's like, bro, you will have a special place in hell when you die. Why would you celebrate the death of a guy you don't know? That's crazy. That's weird. You will have a special place in hell when you die, dumbass. Look here, bro. We are all going to die, okay? Nobody lives forever, bitch. What if I were to celebrate your death? That's my point. What if I were to celebrate the death of your father? How would you feel? Nigga, that's the same thing, really. Because Hogan was a father. You all have dads, right? Okay, by that same logic, how would you feel if I made fun of you about your dad dying? Okay, now do you get it? What if I were to celebrate the death of your father? Why? Why would I do that? I don't know him, right? You see? Same thing. You people have no lives. But let's talk about the legacy of Hollywood Hogan. I think he is a top 3 wrestler of all time. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Second, Hollywood Hogan. Third, Rocky Maivia. Because those 3 men are icons outside of fake pro wrestling. They made this sport mainstream. That's Mount Rushmore. Before them, John never existed. Okay? He would not exist without those guys. Because Vince McMahon, he gave people the blueprint on how to push a top guy. That was Hollywood Hogan. He gave people the blueprint on how to push the face of a brand. Without Hollywood Hogan, there is no Roman Reigns. There is no Cody Rhodes. There is no Randy Orton. There is no John Cena. There is no Brock. It was always Hollywood Hogan. He was the standard on how to push a top guy as the face of your brand. Oh yeah, by the way, don't get me started on Hollywood Hogan in Toronto, in Canada. My God, dude, they love Hollywood Hogan more than Bret Hart, right? How about you let that sink in? The people in Canada, they love Hollywood Hogan more than Bret Hart. That's how big he is. Go back and watch Hollywood Hogan versus Rocky Maivia at WrestleMania, right? Hogan was supposed to be a heel, but that crowd turned him face. let's talk about Edge. Edge was a massive fan of Hollywood Hogan. They were friends up until his death. It was actually Hollywood Hogan who told Edge, "Why would you jump off a cage? You don't need to. You are Edge. You are mega over. You don't need to do dumb stunts at your age, at this stage of your career." That's what Hollywood Hogan said. He said that Edge did not need to jump off that cage and break his leg. You see, Hollywood Hogan was smart when it came to this business. So there's this talk online about Hollywood Hogan, about how, oh, he did not like to lose. He did not like to put people over. I'm like, bro, that's not true. He lost to Brock Lesnar. Hogan lost multiple times to a lot of people. So I don't get it. Where is your proof that Hollywood Hogan did not like to lose? He was not undefeated. Last time I checked, hell, he lost to Yokozuna. So, bruh, Hogan had no problems with losing. That's a myth. Hogan loved the business. If he felt like you were over, he will put you over. That was Hollywood Hogan. If he felt like you were over, he will put you over in a match. This death really hurts me because I wouldn't be a fan without Hollywood Hogan. Also, he was doing tons of great things, man. Before his death, he was doing tons of great things. He had his own beer company. He had his own business with Eric Bischoff. Real American Wrestling League, that was great shit, man. And it's like, he's dead now. So he cannot see his own work, which was the Real American Wrestling League. That's sad. He won't be able to see the growth of that league. Also, that league just got a TV deal that he brokered. He helped get that league a TV deal. And it's like, man, days later, he's dead? That was brand new. That was brand new in terms of that just happened. The Real American Wrestling League will now have a TV deal before his death? It's like, how? It makes no sense. So sudden? You see, that's how powerful Hollywood Hogan was. People wanted to do business with Hollywood Hogan. So how was he racist? He was doing business with Gable Steveson. So how was he racist? Also, nobody in The Rock means nobody will ever touch Hollywood Hogan's TV records. Here's what I mean. The highest rated TV match of all time was Hollywood Hogan and Andre the Giant. That was the highest rated TV match of all time. I think that was back in 1988, I think. Yeah, on Main Event. That was the highest rated TV match of all time. That match will never be touched in terms of viewership. Also, what about Bill Goldberg versus Hollywood Hogan? That match also popped a huge rating that has never been touched since. It was Hollywood Hogan's idea to lose to Bill Goldberg. A lot of y'all don't know that. That was his idea, to wrestle Bill Goldberg on Nitro. Also, he put over Lex Luger. Hogan lost that championship to Bill Goldberg, Sting, who else? Lex Luger? It's like, bro, he was unselfish. If Hollywood Hogan felt like you were over and you were worth his time, he will lose to you. Because Hogan was a businessman. Goldberg was hot. Luger was hot. Sting was hot. He lost to all three men for the big gold belt. In fact, he tapped out to Lex Luger in the torture rack. That's how unselfish he was. He tapped out to Lex Luger. Also, Hollywood Hogan, if it wasn't for him, Rocky Maivia wouldn't be in movies. Without Hollywood Hogan, John Cena would not be in movies. Who else? The Miz, Batista, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Roddy Piper. Without Hollywood Hogan, You will never see any fake pro wrestlers in movies. He was the first big time star to do movies as a wrestler. Hollywood Hogan, he was so iconic. He was in Rocky 3, and I believe he wasn't in the World Wrestling Federation during that movie. That's how big he was at that time. It's like people need to realize he was in the first WrestleMania. He was the headliner. So in hindsight, he also made WrestleMania relevant. If it wasn't for Hollywood Hogan, we wouldn't have a WrestleMania. He made that show mainstream. He made that show the Super Bowl of fake pro wrestling. Put some respect on that man's name. He built this industry. It's like, imagine watching a product and at the same time, you want to talk shit about that man? The same guy who made the same show that you watch every week. The same guy who built the company that you watch every week. Make that make sense. He made the World Wrestling Federation. He made the WWE. He made this show. He made the company. It wasn't Bruno Sammartino. It wasn't Pedro Morales. It was Hollywood Hogan. Back in 1992, that year, I became a fan of fake pro wrestling, right? I think it was me and my mom. We went to the video store and I went straight to the sports section. Now, at this time, I had no clue what fake pro wrestling was, but I went straight to the sports section and I saw Hollywood Hogan on the cover with Andre, Rude, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang. I think it was the 1987 Survivor Series videotape. My mom bought me that tape because the cover was badass. I had no clue who any of those men were, but they were buff, jacked up, swole. I saw Bam Bam Bigelow. I saw Paul Orndorff. That was a great cover. I saw Butch Reed. I saw Don Morocco. I saw Rick Rude on that cover. That was a great cover, but I had no clue who any of those men were. But my mom bought me that tape because I thought the cover was badass. It was very attractive. It was a great cover. 1987, the first ever Survivor Series. That tape made me a fan of fake pro wrestling for life. And then my mom bought me the best of Hulkamania. Like I said, at that time, I had no idea who Hollywood Hogan was, but that man had a great look. He had a great, attractive look, and he looked like a superhero that a kid can cheer for. That tape made me a fan for life. The best of Hulkamania VHS. That tape made me a fan for life. The first ever World Wrestling Federation video game that I played, Hollywood Hogan was on the cover. I think it was WWF WrestleMania. That man was on the front cover. And the only reason why I bought that game was because Hollywood Hogan was on the cover. So, because of Hollywood Hogan, I am now a lifelong fan of fake pro wrestling. It's because of him. He made me a fan for life. I will never say anything bad about that man. This death makes me sad, man. This death really hurts because Hogan was doing so many great things with his life before his death. It's like, bro, he turned to God. That's the problem that I have with a lot of you fake ass Christians, you fake ass pro-blacks. He gave his life to God and you still can't forgive him? It's like, you're fake. Every true Christian always forgives. God always got your back, man. God always forgives. He forgave Hogan. Why can't you? All you fake ass Christians out there, man. All y'all fake. All y'all fake. The fucking pro-blacks, the Christians. How dare you say you believe in God when you don't want to forgive Hollywood Hogan? You are a fake Christian for clicks. That's what you are. You see, this is why I am not on Twitter Jason X. That app is filled with incels. Facts. It's filled with simps, incels, virgins, guys who can't get laid when they want to. Yes, there is a huge difference, right? Y'all can't get laid when y'all want to, so that's why you troll. You troll because you live sad, miserable lives. Niggas who get laid, we don't troll. We don't troll people who are not bothering us. Why? We're busy with females, paying bills. That's the point. Why I will never understand it. It's like, why are you sending out cringe tweets about Hollywood Hogan's death? That man was a father, a son, a husband, a friend to many people. It's like, bro, you gotta get a life, man. This is fake pro wrestling. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. That man was not bothering you. He don't know you. He don't know you exist. So why are you satisfied or happy? Like, nigga, I don't get it. He don't know you. How does his death benefit your life? All I'm saying is Hollywood Hogan, he changed his life. For these past 10, 5, 6 years, yes, he changed his life to God. And yet, that's still not good enough. For all you marks, for all you incels, like, how is that not good enough? He changed his life to God. And yet, y'all don't care. That's sad. It's like you live miserable, sad lives. I'm a grown-ass man. I got bills. I'm an adult. Having somebody die that I don't know, it's like, why would I be happy? It's like, how does that man's death help me to pay more bills, right? It's like, huh? It's like, let's say that I didn't like Hollywood Hogan. Okay, how does that benefit my life, right? How? Does that help me pay more bills? No. So how does that affect me? That man never hurt me. So why would I care, right? It's like, why would I care about Hollywood Hogan's shortcomings in his life? It doesn't affect me. So why would it affect you? I swear, man, a lot of y'all are losers, man. Losers. I view Hollywood Hogan as the wrestler. I don't view him as Terry Bollea. I view him as Hollywood Hogan, the wrestler, at WrestleMania, Starrcade, SummerSlam, the Royal Rumble. That's the man that I look up to. That man. I don't care about Hogan's outside bullshit. I don't care. I view the wrestler. I don't care about the person. I care about the wrestler. Hogan was a legend, icon. I wouldn't be here talking to you without Hogan in this business. And I'm done. Rest in peace to Hollywood Hogan. Terry Bollea. Oh yeah, by the way, the definition of a pro-black is talk shit about the white man in the daytime, but at nighttime sleep with white females. That's pro-blackie 101.